Welcome to Man Utd Transfer HQ, the home of daily football and transfer updates. Subscribe now and join the community of true football lovers. Never miss a moment from the beautiful game. Manchester United have a player who could save them millions in the transfer market. Man United could look to sign a new goalkeeper next summer, but they might have a suitable candidate for the number one position already at the club. It seems Altay Bayındır will need to drop the howler of all howlers before Sen Lammens is given a chance at Manchester United. Lammens arrived at United on transfer deadline day in an £18.2 million deal from Royal Antwerp, yet Ruben Amorim has persisted with Bayındır in the 2 games since. The United boss admitted last week that he doesn't have an outright number one goalkeeper, yet the early signs suggest Bayındır will be his preferred option. While the Turkey international hasn't committed an error as bad as the mistakes he made early in the season since Lammens' arrival, he was far from convincing in the defeat to City and did his best to hand Chelsea a point in the closing stages of the win on Saturday. The summer transfer window hasn't even been closed a month yet and already it seems like United will be targeting a new goalkeeper in next summer's window, but the solution to their problem could be right under their nose. Radek Vitek secured a loan move to Bristol City in the summer. It's understood only players who the club believe have a genuine shot of making their mark in the first team are handed loan moves to England's second tier, meaning United clearly think there is a future for Vitek at Old Trafford. And the early signs from his loan move suggest their faith is not misplaced. Vitek has enjoyed a solid start to life at Ashton Gate, producing a sting of impressive performances that have helped propel the Robins up to third place in these early stages of the season. Perhaps the highlight of his loan so far came in the 4-2 victory over Hull towards the end of August. With Bristol City 3-1 up in the second half, striker Ollie McBurnie had a gilt-edged opportunity to pull a goal back for the visitors. McBurnie produced a powerful header from just 6 yards out that looked destined to hit the back of the net, yet Vitek somehow managed to get down quickly and claw the ball from off the line. Bristol City manager Gerhard Struber lauded the youngster's performance after the game, and it's clear Vitek is set for plenty of game time this season, having played in all 6 of the Robins League games so far this season. If Vitek continues to shine and enjoys a strong season in the Championship, who's to say he can't return to United in the summer and show Amorim he doesn't need to go out and spend millions on a new goalkeeper? My second news is Manchester United ramp up efforts to sign new left wing-back amid Federico Dimarco links. Manchester United are reportedly interested in signing a new left wing-back in January, with Inter Milan wide man Federico Dimarco a target. According to a report by Team Talk, Manchester United are already accelerating plans for January moves in a couple of positions, and the left wing-back position is a priority for them. This update comes after Il Napolista revealed that the Red Devils are keen on signing Federico Dimarco. The 27-year-old Italian international has done quite well for Inter Milan, and he could prove to be an excellent acquisition for Manchester United as well. The Red Devils need more quality and depth in the defensive unit. United have looked vulnerable at the back, and they need to improve in that area of the pitch if they want to fight for trophies. Dimarco has the quality and the experience to help them improve, and he could prove to be a quality acquisition. It remains to be seen whether Manchester United can secure a reasonable agreement for him. Manchester United have endured a disappointing start to the season, and they will be hoping to bounce back strongly. They will be desperate for Champions League qualification this season. Signing the right players in January will certainly help their cause. The struggling Premier League giants are one of the biggest clubs in the world, but they have not been able to compete at a high level in recent seasons. It remains to be seen whether they can convince Federico Dimarco to join the club. Can Manchester United convince Dimarco? Federico Dimarco is at the peak of his career, and it will be interesting to see if he is willing to take on a new challenge in the Premier League. The opportunity to move to the Premier League can be hard to turn down for most players. Even though Manchester United are struggling, they are among the biggest clubs in the world. They have the resources to buy top-quality players, and they could eventually bounce back and fight for major trophies. It will be interesting to see how the situation develops over the next few weeks. Manchester United must look to plug the gaps in their side if they want to bounce back strongly. With Luke Shaw linked with a move away from Old Trafford, signing Dimarco as a replacement will make sense. My LST news is Man United boss Ruben Amorim faces Diogo Dalot dilemma ahead of Brentford clash. Diogo Dalot is back in contention for Manchester United's trip to Brentford on Saturday, but he faces a battle to reclaim his place in Ruben Amorim's starting 11. Manchester United's Diogo Dalot is set to return from injury, leaving boss Ruben Amorim with a defensive headache ahead of Saturday's lunchtime clash with Brentford. Dalot, who was absent for United's last two matches against Manchester City and Chelsea, participated in training on Tuesday and will be part of the squad travelling to Brentford. Like many of his teammates, Dalot has had an inconsistent start to the season but shone in the dramatic 3-2 victory over Burnley at Old Trafford before the international break and the triumph over the Clarets. Dalot showcased his attacking prowess in the left wing-back position, setting up Bryan Mbeumo's first Old Trafford goal. Had it not been for an injury sustained while on international duty with Portugal, Dalot would likely have started against City and Chelsea, but Noussair Mazraoui took his place in both games. Despite questions surrounding Dalot's defensive discipline and reliability, United boss Amorim appreciates his work rate and energy, crucial attributes for his 3-4-3 formation. There are also concerns about Dalot's final ball when he finds himself in threatening positions in the final third, although his assist from Mbeumo, running onto a flick-on from Joshua Zirkzee and then cutting the ball back inside for the goal, served as a reminder of his attacking capabilities. Patrick Dorgu appears to have secured his position as the left wing-back, leaving Dalot, Mazraoui and Amad to vie for the right wing-back role. Despite being the most offensive of the trio, Amad has struggled to find form and consistency this season. In the match against Chelsea, Mazraoui and Dorgu took on the wing-back roles, while Amad was positioned as one of the two number 10s, supporting Benjamin Sesko. Given that Dalot hasn't played a competitive game in 4 weeks, it's likely that Amorim will stick with the same lineup that served him well against Enzo Maresca's side for the Brentford match, despite the victory margin being narrower than necessary. Looking ahead, it'll be interesting to see if Amorim settles on a regular defensive lineup, as he has done with midfield and attack. In midfield, his go-to pairing is Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes, although Casemiro is suspended for Saturday's game following his red card against Chelsea. His preferred attacking trio consists of summer signings Matheus Cunha, Mbeumo and Sesko. However, there's more uncertainty in defense. Amorim seemed to have settled on a central three of Luke Shaw, Matthijs de Ligt and Lenny Yoro, only to drop Yoro for the Chelsea game in favour of Harry Maguire, who put in an excellent performance on Saturday and would be unfortunate not to retain his place. Dalot, on the other hand, faces a tough battle to regain his spot in the starting lineup, a task that will become even more challenging if he's left out of Saturday's squad and United manage to clinch consecutive Premier League victories under Amorim for the first time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Man Utd Transfer HQ, and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop with the latest transfer news and rumors. One more thing. What are your thoughts on these updates? Comment below.